You're with Julian Brown. I wanted to talk a little bit about, well, the Trump convention, the Republican convention that's getting underway possibly today, but mainly about the failure of the attacks that Trump has on Biden. I mean, the Republican National Convention is shocking. 5 of the 10 keynote speakers have the surname Trump. 7 of the speeches, the keynote speeches, are by someone with the surname Trump. There is no Republican Party. It's solely a Trump party now. And what they're going to do when Trump's gone, I don't know. And Trump's given himself 3 chances to screw up. He's speaking on all 3 nights. And anyone in public relations would say that for somebody that's as prone to gaffes as him and saying the wrong thing and having that amplified globally, that's a really, really stupid thing to do. But that's narcissism for you. He thinks that he is the saviour, and the fact that he's talking 3 times is 3 times as good. But it's probably not going to play out like that. But I wanted to talk about the line they've got on Biden and how badly it's failing. They are, and this is, having been with someone that's a narcissist, they will often attack you based on what they fear they are. It's a weird trait, and I'm sure that there's a psychological term for it. But if they think that they're, aggressive, they'll accuse you of being aggressive. I guess in modern parlance is gaslighting, but it's different because they seem to attack you not on the basis of trying to undermine you, but of what they're scared they are or what other people think they are. But they're attacking Biden on 3 fronts, which are the 3 weakest areas for Trump. They're trying to make out that Joe Biden is a pervert around women and creepy Uncle Joe that massages women's shoulders. They're trying to attack him on being mentally unfit. They're trying to attack him on race. Now, those are the 3 areas that Trump's the worst on. You don't attack your enemy on your 3 worst areas. Nothing has stuck. Like, this is empirically true. It's logically true, but it's empirically proven that none of these attacks have ever gained any momentum at all. They're attacking Biden on being a creepy perv around women. Trump's got 25 women that have accused him of sexual assault or harassment, or, in 3 cases, rape, including a 13-year-old girl. They're never going to get any purchase on attacking him on the basis of Biden being a bit creepy. The best thing they've got is that in 1993, I think, a woman that worked for Biden said that he was a creep. Now, that doesn't weigh up to the enormous number of women that have come forward on record, including Jean Carroll, who's currently going through the courts, who says she was raped by Trump and he's trying to get some of his DNA. That would never work. You don't attack someone when you are probably the world's most famous abuser of women, who is a self-confessed grabber of pussy. It doesn't work for you. The other thing is accusing him of being mentally unfit and incompetent mentally when you regularly, weekly make gaffes that are amplified globally, such as not being able to pronounce Yosemite or Thailand, or saying that influenza in 1917 ended World War II. This isn't a strong turf, is it? It's not going to work for you. No one's ever going to go, oh, Biden's senile. And race as well, the whole Kamala Harris thing. Trump's got 3 main problems: his treatment of women, racial issues, and his mental competence. They will never get any purchase on these, and that's the 3 things that they're attacking him on. And I read a good article about how Trump has set Biden up to succeed himself. He spent the whole year telling America how Biden's senile, he's this doddery old stuttering man. All he's done is made America look at Biden for those traits. And when Biden went out and gave a perfectly normal speech, a decent one at the Democrat National Convention, the whole world said, wow, he's a nice guy. He's nothing like Trump said. Trump has set him such a low bar of success that all he has to do is walk in a normal direction forward, and everyone will think that he's God. And Trump's done that to himself. I mean, this time in the last election cycle, we had Hillary Clinton had been so tarnished by the attacks from Trump's campaign. Even though it was rubbish, the whole email scandal was garbage. I mean, 30,000 emails went missing became a huge story, even though George Bush Jr. had gone before Congress and been chastised by Congress for deleting 2 million emails. It was a garbage story, but it worked because people had it in their heads that Hillary Clinton was untrustworthy. No one's got it in their heads that Biden is a sexual perv around women, or that he's a racist, or that he's incompetent. Those attacks aren't working. Hillary was covered in mud by Trump campaign attacks by this stage. Biden's got nothing. And they will continue to plough these lines all the way through. And I don't know why. Because there's not going to be any effect from them. And the other thing is, when the Clinton campaign went after Trump for being a problem with women, he came right back at them with Bill Clinton. And that neutered the attacks. This isn't the same thing. Because Trump is trying to make a case against Biden. That was neutering the case against Trump, which happened quite successfully, I would say, because Bill Clinton had this very dodgy past. And people naturally felt that the Clintons were up to their necks in something and that he was, busted for the Monica Lewinsky thing. That was neutering an attack against Trump, not making the new case. And none of these things will ever work. So I just think it's a very interesting paradigm that if you were working for the Trump campaign, unlike Kellyanne Conway, you would be saying none of these attacks are ever going to work. And we've set Biden up to do next to nothing to succeed. Everyone watched his speech and said, he seems like a nice guy. And that was it. I'm playing this. So from Nevermind, an album which I've rarely gone back to.